welcome Mr. Tokumbo as he begins the presentation. It's your turn, sir. For mute.
Okay, do I say good afternoon or good evening? Good afternoon, everybody. We are about to start COVID-19, how it affects businesses, professionals, and how professionals can use e-commerce and e-learning. After we pray within the few months or weeks, we get out of this lockdown and then we start our normal business, but the world will not be the same again. Things have changed, and because things have changed, we have to start thinking of creating privileges, because we should see these challenges as opportunities and not challenges as such. So this afternoon, I want to show you what you can actually make out of this coronavirus pandemic, so that you will not just be thinking everything is over. So I'll take you just 26 slides, and within the next 45 minutes, I'm done. So you can have a lot of things. Our agenda is introduction, which I will then content, conclusion, and I would also want contributions and questions from you people. One thing I want you to know is that we have already gone into COVID-19, but it has spread rapidly around the world. There is nowhere in the world that you will not hear about COVID-19. Even the so-called civilized, they are really having serious problems more than the African nations. And I want you to know that the body is there for everybody, but actually in Nigeria, palliative measures have been going on just like civilized nations, but it has not been okay with some people. And this afternoon, I will also talk about the economic impact from this global health, because it's a health something. It affects the respiratory system of everybody. Once your respiratory system is affected, then there's a problem. So what do you do? That is not what I'm not about. I'm not a doctor. I'm not talking about the medical aspect. My own is how you can use e-commerce and e-learning to move ahead in the industry. I'll start with, because there's no way you want to do e-learning or e-commerce, you must have a platform. And this afternoon, I'm going to talk about online platform. What is an online platform? It has a range of services available on the internet, including marketplaces, search engines, social media, creative content outlets, outsourced communication services, and it's also a payment system services whereby you can use to do a lot of things. It's more of a collaborative or freelance economy. Online platforms support so many of our daily activities, and that is why we have become dependent on them so much. These days we are becoming so dependent on online platforms, because the traditional way of buying and selling is getting out of the system gradually. Especially now that we have COVID-19, we are going to have more online platforms in future. We use them to entertain. We use them for news, for transportation, accommodation, for finding jobs and employees in so many areas. I want to let you know that just about 5 weeks ago, we had a Zoom party. We used make Zoom to be the online platform, and we had the party. Even about just last week, there was a burial. It was also on Zoom party. So it is not just for commerce alone. And right from this planning stage to the service, from the service to the cemetery, we had everybody watching from different parts of the world, from UK, from US, following the service and everything. And so you can see that we have come onto online platform now. And so there is no way we can run away from it. So I move to e-commerce. When you talk about e-commerce, you're talking about electronic commerce. E stands for electronic or internet commerce. And it's about to buying and selling of goods or services using the internet. There's no way you want to use e-commerce to must have internet facility, because you must also transfer money to pay for the services and goods which you have bought. And one thing is that you should know is that we have about 6 types of e-commerce. We have the business to business, which we call B2B. We have business to consumer, B2C. We have consumer to consumer. We also have consumer to business, and also business to administration and consumer to administration. The e-commerce giants are Amazon, which everybody knows. But here in Nigeria, we have Komoka, we have Jumia, and they are all doing fine for this COVID-19. I'm sure that a lot of you patronize Jumia and Konga. These days, they are making good money, and these are the people who are really in e-commerce. What are the challenges that can face e-commerce? I will quickly go through the challenges because there's nothing you want to do, you must have the negative and the positive aspect. And this challenge is one, taking action and moving forward is one of the challenges, or is one of the challenges we are going to face. Because a lot of people, because of the information going about right now, we have a lot of people are getting so much information for them to even utilize it and become a problem. We now have something we call analysis paralysis. Whereby there are so many information, but for you to now use that information because of your thinking ability becomes a problem. We also have the security aspect as a challenge because when you are on cyber, there are a lot of people trailing you. You have the human element, you have the cyber crime, you also have the privacy aspect of it and protection. Some of us have been using all these platforms, but we don't look at the privacy policy. I would advise you to look at the privacy policy so that you know exactly what you share on those platforms. The material is being encrypted, but at the same time, there's organized countries rather that they are told they are companies that whatever they demand from them, they must give them the encryption key. The encryption key means that whatever you decrypt, whatever you encrypt, they can decrypt it. So I will not mention those countries, but you go and do your research so that you know exactly what platform you should use and the platform you should not use. And at this stage, I would want to encourage the Nigerian government to create a sort of platform like Zoom. We have a lot of human resources in this country that can do something like Zoom, something like GoToMeeting, whereby we have privacy, whereby foreign countries will not be using our information or data. And I can let you know, I want you to know that these days you have a lot of ESCO meetings. Government are using it, and government has to be careful because you are discussing a lot of secrets at your ESCO meeting, and it being decrypted. It means that they have everything you want to do as a nation. So you have to be careful. Also, one of the challenges keeping up with legislation. We have a lot of legislation right now. All over the world, we have data privacy, data protection, in which I am in. And I've done a lot of stuff on data protection in the last 6-7 years. And even right now, is well pronounced. We have been championing data protection in this country through data and knowledge information. So another challenge you may have is selecting the right focus. These days, you want to employ.
Your audio is not clear, sir. Your audio is breaking. Your audio is breaking.
My audio is breaking?
Yes. Many people have confirmed it online.
Okay. Let me adjust my earphone. One minute. Can you hear me better now?
It's still breaking,
Hello?
but go on. It's still breaking, but go on.
It's still breaking.
Go on, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Selecting the right focus. When you want to employ now, you have to put in. You have to consider e-commerce. So anybody you want to employ now must have at least a computer degree or have computer background, so that we don't have so much, because you don't have time to start training people. And also not only limited to employees, even your customers and your vendors, you must be on the same platform. Your clients, You have to let them know that you do more of e-commerce now, and they must be on the same platform with you. Those are the challenges customers may face and vendors. Then attracting and hiring the right people to make it all happen. What kind of people are you hiring? When I talk about hiring the right people, I'm not talking about employees alone. I'm talking about your consultant, the kind of consultant you want to bring in to the organization, the kind of vendors you want to use in the organization. All this one, you have to make sure you have to. There are people who can make sure your goal is being achieved. Then choosing the right technology and partners. What kind of technology are you using? It's very, very key. The technology you want to use, you must let your partners, your vendors also know, and then your partners. Achieving profitable long-term growth. What kind of growth are you looking at? If the growth you are looking at is not only short term, medium and long term, you are looking at medium and long term growth, you have to make sure right from the beginning to incorporate it into your e-commerce. Then managing distractions, unlike platform entries and product conduct. A lot of people these days have to be trained how to use online platforms. You see some platforms, some conferences, you see people not dressing properly, forgetting that they are going to a meeting. But these days, people have to know that whenever they are on the platform, they have to dress very well. The ethics are there, and then distractions. Don't bring your children when you are doing business. You don't bring your children when you are having meetings. You don't play music when you are having meetings. So things you have to do fast. What are the solutions to our challenges? We are a reactive nation. Nigeria is a reactive nation. It is time for us to start being proactive. When we are proactive, there are a lot of things we are going to get done. So you must be proactive in taking decisions. If you don't take decisions, it's worse than not taking. You must take a decision so that even if you have taken a bad decision, you can easily correct. Securing data and infrastructure. You have to secure your data and all the infrastructure you are using. Because if you don't secure the data and the infrastructure, there will be problems. Training on women security. I've told you that women security is a challenge. Data crime is a challenge. Data protection is a challenge. So you have to train your staff, you have to train your vendors, you have to train your consultants.
No.
You must meet your own
No,
particular.
No.
Even. So what I'm saying is that infrastructure is key. And so for any infrastructure you want to use, you must be sure that it aligns with your collaborators. Keeping up
Mr. Smith,
yeah,
your audio is breaking. Many people are sending notes. They are sending messages. They are not hearing.
Okay, let me remove the. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
It's still breaking. Maybe it's the internet challenge.
It's the internet. It's not for me.
It's breaking. It's breaking.
Yes, it's the internet I'm using.
It's not your earphone. It's the internet is breaking.
I am using the normal speaker of my laptop now.
Go ahead.
For the internet.
Go ahead.
So you have to like that. I'll try as much as possible. So I was talking about keeping up with legislation. Legislation, you have data protection legislation now. You have a lot of legislation around. And because you are doing e-commerce does not mean you must not follow the legislation. You have to follow the legislation. You must have people who either in your organization or a consultant who will always brief you of the latest legislation. Also, I've told you attracting and hiring the right people to make, recruitment of employees with information, communication, and technology knowledge is very, very key. We are now in information age. There is no way going back to the traditional method anymore. Everybody must be ICT compliant now. Everybody must be ICT knowledgeable now for you to key into the e-commerce. Uniformity in infrastructures and devices. Every infrastructure you want to use or device must be in accordance with your e-commerce supplier and oil criteria. You have to consider your short, medium, and long-term goals, which I have told you, and you must work towards it so that you know what to do at the short term, what to do at the medium term, and long-term goal. Why? Because the equipment you are going to use, the infrastructure you are going to use, will determine a lot of things. So you don't just invest on high level equipment when you are considering a short-term goal. So that you will not have cash flow problem, because in this era there's going to be scarcity of funds. Investment on online platforms, that is usage ethics and working from home guidelines. You have to have the home guidelines now. How do you work from home? Organization must set their staff, their vendors, their consultants, how they work from home, so that there won't be leakages in information, in data. Because if there are leakages, then there will be problems. And that can even affect your profitability as a company. Now, let's look at this diagram here. This diagram here is showing B2B commerce and COVID-19. So what do you do with this diagram? I hope you can all see the diagram. 1 minute. For you to be okay on e-commerce, you have to move your customers to online. If you don't move your customer online, there is no way you can have proper. Then you ensure e-commerce meet the necessary needs. So you can see, ensure your e-commerce platform meets the needs of B2B, that is business to business. The platform must meet all the necessary things you need for B2B commerce. You have to roll out web stores to new regions. If you look at some banks in Nigeria now, they have said they want to retrench. One thing is that all those who will be retrenched can be moved to other regions through e-commerce. You can see that if you look at First Bank, they have agents who now do mini banking activities for them. So instead of, it's a thing that some of these banks can enter into agreement or contract with those staff they want to lay off, and then open a shop online for them, and that will go a long way. Then you put in safety measures to protect your employees and customers. For anything you do on any platform, security is key, safety is key. If you don't secure the platform, there will be a lot of problems, there will be a lot of challenges, because there are people outside, there are bad boys are outside that are ready to scam, they are ready to key into the organization and steal a lot of things. Then you must deal with demand and supply chain disruption. There are times you have demand and supply chain disruptions on e-platform. All these have to be taken together, so that you have to connect with your suppliers, your vendors. You must have an agreement, you must have necessary guidelines, you must have necessary policy on ground, whereby you can work without any disruption. Then streamline your returns process. There are going to be returns. How do you return? And when these things are returned under e-commerce, how do you credit? How do you debit? All this you have to put into consideration. And after all, you also have to look about your existing customers and their communities. Those days we have CSR, corporate service. So you have to make sure your existing customers are well taken care of, especially in this time of COVID-19. It is better for you to take care of your existing customer instead of looking for new customers. The existing customer can always bring in new customers through references. Now, let us look at the strategic responses to challenges using current infrastructure. Every organization has infrastructures on ground right now. And those infrastructures, you have to utilize them in a way that they can make the company the company can make use of this infrastructure very, very well. So if you don't make use of this infrastructure very well, there will be problems. So strategy one is that you can have the same products in different channels. That is, you deploy your existing infrastructure to produce different products or to offer new types of services. What do I mean by that? Already you are doing production and you have a channel whereby you send out those products to your clients, your customers, and everything. So for you to utilize the existing infrastructure, it means you have to create some new regions online. That is, you open new shops online. When you open new shops online, then you can sell all these products there. That is a channel. So if you have not gotten a region, let's say a region in Ibadan or Anambra now, you don't have any impact there. Through e-commerce, you can open online shops and you can satisfy the requirements there so that you can make use of your existing infrastructure very well. The second strategy you can use is that the same infrastructure for different products. You have the infrastructure on ground, but because of the COVID-19, those things you have been producing are no more required. So you have to think outside the box. Say, what are the needs of the people? What do they need? You have to do your market research and then use the existing infrastructure to produce new things for your clients, your customer, and then sell online. If you are not doing that, then you will underutilize the infrastructure. And when you underutilize the infrastructure, it's going to affect your overhead, it's going to affect your profitability. It means your profitability will be so low. But if you use your existing set of condemning those machines or the infrastructure on ground, all you need to do is look for the needs of the people, create a new product or services. For example, there are some banks who want to send away their drivers, cleaners now. And if you go to supermarkets now, the supermarkets are really selling a lot now. And they need those drivers. So you can enter into a collaboration with those banks and say, okay, instead of sending those people out, your service provider, let us see them, talk to their service provider, and the people like big supermarkets, shopping malls, like ShopRite and everything can take over all these people because mostly now you see a lot of people going to supermarkets to buy goods. And so instead of those drivers, cleaners going home, you can now switch to those are infrastructure you can use as a supermarket from banking industry. Then same product, different infrastructure. That is, you can hire from other organizations. There are some organizations who have infrastructure they are not using now. And those infrastructure that they are not using, they are lying down there. Let me give you an example. Amazon is really selling a lot now, and they need a lot of people to work for them. And there are some organizations that are not selling, they want to return. So what Amazon has done is that Amazon contacted the HR of those organizations and enter into an agreement with them. And from that agreement, they now send them all those drivers, cleaners, and everything, which now work for them. So instead of those people who are not working in one organization, under e-commerce, you will need people like courier services are now doing good jobs because courier services, they are now distributing goods and services. So all those areas you can really key into, and from there you get a lot of facilities reutilized. So we are now talking about reactive to proactivity. So even though we are a reactive nation, we have to start thinking being proactive now. We must think ahead now. We are thinking is one of our major problems in Nigeria. We don't really think. And when we think, we don't think in the right direction. We always, even though we plan, but at times we plan to fail. It's one thing to plan, it's one thing to plan to succeed. So our planning should be to succeed, not just having it on paper. Now, let's look at the diagram I put on this screen. Are we struggling in our business because of COVID-19? We are not supposed to struggle in our business now. All we need to do now is to sit down, call the management team, and have a plan within the next few years whereby COVID-19 will still be on, and say, what can we do? What are the needs of the people? And I've done put up a diagram here. The first is that the product we are offering now, can we offer our products and services online? That is the first question any organization should ask now. Can we offer our products and services online? If it is yes, then you continue to offer those services. But if the answer is no, then you now ask yourself, can we use our infrastructure to produce products and or services that are in demand? Can your infrastructure right now be used to produce the goods and services that is required in the market now. If it is here, then all you need to do is you now tailor your infrastructure to produce new goods and services. But where it is no, then it means there is a loss somewhere. I give you an example now. The aviation industry is hardly hit. The aviation industry and those people supplying the aviation industry, the caterer, the cleaners, service provider, the security service provider, they are all affected in this aviation industry. Also, the event center people, the hospitality, if you go to the hospitality, they are really suffering now. Most hotels cannot work now. Because nobody wants to go to hotel because they are not sure who have come to the room, so they don't want to be infected with COVID-19. So you can see those ones are down, but they have infrastructure on ground which they can use to do certain things. Maybe they want to diversify into some areas and that instead of dying unnecessary death. So those are the things. Then we'll look at it from another angle. If you ask yourself the products and services you are producing now, you can ask yourself, can we acquire infrastructure to expand production of our products or services? If it is no, because if you expand and you don't have market for it, you are in big problem. But if it is yes, then you can use your infrastructure to expand your production. Those areas now, Amazing can use its own infrastructure to expand products and services. Konga, Jumia, they can use their infrastructure to expand their products and services. FedEx can use their own infrastructure on ground to expand their products and services. So, but where a company who is in hospitality industry or aviation industry cannot do such a thing now. So what he has to do now is think of what you can do online on e-commerce so that you can make use of your present infrastructure or you collaborate with another organization. If you have all those infrastructure on ground and another organization, they don't have such infrastructure on ground, all you need to do is enter into partnership or collaborate and then produce goods and services using the one that is down. So then you can use either your vehicles, you give out your vehicles to an organization that is now selling very well. Like the aviation industry can send their vehicles to people like Konga, Jumia, FedEx, so that they can use those infrastructure to do better things. Now, we also have what we call this technology impact. There is a technology impact on this COVID-19, and the technology impact is that use of ICT for production and service is going to be pronounced. You cannot run away from it. There is no way you want to go on e-commerce that internet will not be needed. There is no way you want to go on e-commerce that you will not need people with IT background. So technology impact is that production and services ICT will be used. Most jobs will be taken over by ICT professionals. So you need to develop a lot of apps now. These apps will help a lot in the real sense of it. The ICT knowledge will become a criteria for employment. Because of the e-commerce you want to go into, a lot of organizations will be asking you whether you have ICT knowledge. So if you have to go and retrain yourself so that you will not be redundant. Increase in computer-related crime, there will be a lot of crime because you will have identity theft. You are going to have cyber crime. You are going to have data privacy breach because a lot of people will be collecting data they are not supposed to collect. And when you collect without the consent of the data subject and the individual, you are going to be in this problem. And you can pay as much as 10 million fine. You are just coming up from crisis. And you can imagine paying 10 million fine to Nigeria National Information Technology Development Agency. Not only the agency, even the individual can sue you that you have collected their data in the wrong way and you have used it without their consent. So you have to be careful. So that is why under this situation, because of e-commerce, a lot of criminals will be outside there waiting for somebody, waiting for organization, whereby they can create problems and steal a lot of data. Or these days they don't steal money. They need your data, they need your information. It's more valuable than stock. It's more valuable than stock. So also under technology impact, there will be a lot of creativity. People will start thinking. Creativity will be the order of the day. There will be a lot of innovation. Communication and collaboration will drive the e-commerce. When you collaborate, you are in a better position. And if you don't collaborate, this is the time you have to sit down and collaborate with organization. This is the time you have to make sure your communication gadgets are well. You invest into communication so that you can have a good communication system on ground. Then, dependent on functional interactive webs and apps, there are a lot of web applications outside there. So you need to look for people. There are a lot of young stars there. Get them, they can develop webs for you, web apps for you, whereby you can use to do a lot of e-commerce activity. So I would advise you that you have to make use of these young guys. They are out there, they are freelancers, they are not ready to work for anybody. You see them in jeans, you see them in t-shirts. Don't look at their dressing. You need what you need is their brain, what they can give you. It is not the dresses they put on that matters now. Nobody wants to put on tie or anything. These young boys, they are not interested in suits, but they have something to give you. What are the challenges? The challenge sector. There are some challenge sectors which I already told you. The aviation industry is a challenge sector. Hotels and hospitality, challenge sector. Those of you are into routine jobs. Routine jobs, you go to the office every day, you do the same job every in and out. You are out of job already. So you start thinking because you are under a challenge sector. Event centers, restaurants, and clubhouses. For the past 3-6 weeks, they have not been opening. You can imagine the amount they have lost. You can imagine the overhead they have incurred and the continue in business. And we don't even know when this COVID-19 lockdown, total lockdown will be removed. We are on partial lockdown now, but when are we going to have total lockdown out of the place? Nobody knows. It depends on if we get the vaccine or cure. But we advise that we should build up our immunity. Then commercial and high growth residential estate. Those who are in high residential estate, rent will collapse, property will collapse because a lot of people will work from home. And when they are working from home, they don't need offices, especially those who are in the service industry. Those who are in the service industry will not, they don't need big offices, they can share offices. So you can imagine people who have invested so much in property, they are going to have lower income now. A lot of people will not pay rent because they are not doing it. So you have to start thinking of what to do. Effect of post-COVID-19 on society and economy. What are the effects that we have on our society and on our economy? Especially, I'm most particular about Nigeria because this is where I stay and this is where I have my living. There will be increase in crime rate. When there are no jobs outside there will be increase in crime rate. There will be an high rate of employment. Scarcity of funds, there will be scarcity of funds. So those of you who have been depending on people, nobody will give you any money now. You have to look for something to do because there is the scarcity of funds. Decline in productivity, growth, and profitability. Productivity will be declined. There will be a decline in productivity because when you are not into your full capacity because of what is going on, there is a productive line. The organization will have low growth and profit will be reduced. Social problems, we have a lot of social problems. There will be a lot of social problems around these days because social problems, when the economy is bad, or things, you can even from now you can see a lot of things coming up. Imagine are coming from the north to the south. From the south, some people are going to the north. So those are social problems, and you can see the area disturbing people at homes, going on along the street because those are social problems, and it will continue except the economy gets back to normal. Lower purchasing power. There will be lower purchasing power because when you don't have full salary, when profitability is low, there will be allowances will be cut, so your purchasing power will be reduced. Then the standard of living will be also reduced because your standard of living will be decreased. Those of you who have been doing great things before, that is spending anyhow, this is the time you have to curb your spending habits. High inflation, there's going to be a high inflation, hyperinflation. We are going to experience hyperinflation. There are high demand for medical personnel. So medical personnel, you can see now, they are really in high demand, not only in Nigeria, anywhere in the world. But those are the people now doing the work. And that is why those of you who want to do anything, and this will not continue just for 2 years, it's going to be a continuous something. Maybe for the next 10 years, they will need medical personnel. There are high demand for freelance jobs. When I mean by freelance jobs, those who are in IT, they will be looking for them for freelance jobs. those who can just do little work that does not really need to go into any office. They don't want to go and be employed by anybody. Their way is to come to you, do their job, freelance job. Writers will be their journalists. Those people who can carry news. They will make news because they will use their period to keep on creating news, unnecessary news, and good news as well. Now let's move to e-learning. There's no way you want to do e-commerce that will not have a background of e-learning. If you don't have a background of e-learning, your e-commerce will not be entirely okay. And those of us who are in training, we need to know a lot now about it. The days of classroom teaching is gone. The days of building, going to church inside a building is gone. Because I have been monitoring the activities now on e-learning and especially spiritual aspects. I have been watching about 4 pastors who have not been popular before. They have gone on online platform, and every day I key in to just know exclusively. You can see 5,000 following them online, 10,000 following them online, and these are pastors they have not been known in the past because it is so simple now, cheaper to have online church than having a building. Even it's cheaper than going on television. With just 26,000 on Zoom, you can have as many as 500, and with another 50,000, you can have as many as 5,000 followers. So you don't need so much to go on into all those things. And also, when you're talking about training, I don't need to travel to Abuja to do a training, or I don't need to tell my clients from Abuja to come to Lagos to come for training these days. No. These days, you are going to cut off all the aircraft expenses, hotel expenses, visiting expenses. We go online. We go online. I have been doing a lot of online training for my clients, and I still have one tomorrow, another one on Friday. They are based in Abuja. We don't need to see. One is in Ibadan. We are going on online, and everything I need to tell them is what I tell them. I don't need to see them anymore. So you will see that whether you like it or not, if you are into training, into education, you've got to start thinking of how you know how to use computer very well, internet very well, so that you will not get out of business. We have 2 types of online e-learning. And when you're talking about e-learning, it means anything you do electronically under learning or education. We have the synchronous e-learning. The synchronous e-learning is one that you have a real-time learning. People are in the classroom, and at the same time, the instructor will be delivering his normal learning things through, you can see the instructor, and at the same time, those of you who are in the classroom can also share ideas with yourself. That is real-time learning. That is synchronous one. The asynchronous one is the one you can learn at your own pace. You can just go on web learning. At any given time, people like you have organizations like Udemy, Coursera, and Co. doing asynchronous learning. So at your own pace, you can learn. You don't need to be at any university 4 walls now before you can learn. You can obtain your PhD online now by virtue of e-learning. You all just need to go there and visit and then be there either for projects and everything. So the world is changing. Now, some video meeting apps. There is no way you want to go on e-learning that you do not have video meeting apps. We have Go Meeting, we have Zoom, which everybody is now using. We have Skype for Business, we have NextVita, Zoom Meeting, we have Ring Center, we have Join Me, Digital, Evia, Intrago, On24, EZ Talks Meeting, i5, Rambi, Google Hangouts, Adult Connect. But let me advise you one thing. Anytime you want to go on video meetings apps, look at their privacy policy. Very, very important. And then go and do research about those video meetings apps, what they really do, because they have specialization. Some are good in one area, some are not good in some areas. So depending on what you really want to achieve, then you have to make a choice. Make a choice. So you have to consider the security aspect. You have to consider the content you want to put in there. You have to consider the kind of audience you want to have. Very, very important. Now, I've told you. Then we also have online learning platforms. The online learning platform, the Udemy, very old. It has over 71 million already now doing online there. And then you have Khan Academy. That one has about 51 million. Coursera has about 31 followers doing online learning. Then we have others like Leader, Future Land, Masterclass, Corporate Finance Institute, and Open 25 Study. E-learning issues. There are issues. There is no way there won't be issues. And so these issues are issues you have to think about as a community, as a society, the government, everybody, so that you can make e-learning something that everybody will want to go through, will enjoy. What are the e-learning issues? Supporting participants. Some of these issues are that, like supporting participants, that they are really not supporting participants when it comes to e-learning. Unlike the traditional one, the classroom one, whereby your teacher, your instructor, your lecturer can really support you, but here you need to be supported by even those of people who are on e-learning. You may not have the opportunity. There is no way the instructor will be as a traditional instructor. Then another one is keeping participants interested and engaged. At times when you are learning online, you feel disengaged. You feel not interested at a particular time, because once you have a challenge, if you don't have somebody to help you out, you will not be interested again. So these are the issues. The quality of material. What are the quality of materials that are put on e-learning? Because if the quality of material, those instructors, trainers are not putting the right quality on e-learning, then there will be problems. Because materials matters a lot. The materials I want to use to study to gain knowledge matters a lot. Limits of to technology. The technology also is limited and it's a limiting factor. So if the technology is not up enough, you are going to have problems. So the kind of technology you are using matters a lot. Then accessibility and access for everyone. What are the accessibility? You have does the e-learning does the platform have access for everybody? These are things you need to consider. Then the timing and scheduling. What are the times you want to go on e-learning? Like this program, we put it on 4 o'clock because we know that a lot of people will have to do this test in the morning, and it's a sort of learning as well. Because you also have been telling you you are learning. So we look at the time factor and say, okay, by 4 o'clock, people have gone to the office, they will have worked, they will have relaxed. So timing matters a lot. So, and when you are scheduling, if you have to schedule it very at the time that you know people will attend. Just about 5 hours ago, I went on one webinar. I only find there were only 5 or 4 people because the timing was wrong. Then technical adaptability. What are the technical issues you need to consider? The technical issues are also there. Then the cost of internet service. Cost of internet service is very high in Nigeria, very, very high. And government has to do something about it. If you want to go into e-commerce and e-learning, the cost of internet service must come down. It has to come down. Else, there will be a problem. Availability of electricity is another one. We don't have electricity, and there's no way you want to go on e-learning. You must electricity power is very important, because there are times you go with some people. Let's look at it from primary now. The government, Lagos State, the government, they're already asking all schools to go on e-learning right from primary school. But how many people can afford to have generator? How many, even if you have generator, you have the capacity to buy fuel? And how many people can even go? We are not even talking about computer now, or television. How many people do have television? How much now talking about laptop or mobile devices? Do they have it? Can they afford smartphones? These are things that the government must look into, whereby they make sure that they reduce the duty on anything mobile devices now, laptop, computers, and everything, or any educational something, so that people can learn a lot. Those are issues that the government must consider. Then low enlightenment on e-learning. The e-learning, there will not be enlightenment as such on e-learning. No posters, nothing outside there to let people know that you can stay within the 4 walls of your house and learn a lot of things. There must be an advocacy. People with the government must take it upon themselves to make sure that they let people know the importance of e-learning. National Information Technology Development Agency, who is in charge of IT policy in Nigeria, and collaborated with the Ministry of Communication economy, digital economy, they have to do something about the enlightenment. They have to go on here, television, newspapers, everywhere,
Speaking of.
even not only in English, but even vernacular, so that people can know that they need to do the advantages that of e-learning. What are the benefits of e-learning? Self-development. There will be a lot of self-development by business owners, professionals, and employees. Because people will not develop themselves because they don't want to get out of business. So whether they like it or not, there will be self-development. People will not, there will be a paradigm shift whereby people will not be interested in buying things that will make them to be valued. Those days whereby you just buy anything, no, that has gone because you want to be in business, so you have to invest into your business. There will be increase in computer literacy. Those who have computer schools will sell now, or you look at your children, the children now, they are good in computing, so you can make use of your children. Increase in knowledge acquisition. There will be increase in knowledge acquisition because when you are learning, you can use the computer to Google to do a lot of search and then get a lot of results. Reduce cost of capacity building. There will be reduction in the cost of capacity building because nobody will fly from Abuja to Lagos to come and do training anymore. The percentage will be reduced seriously. So capacity building cost will be reduced. So as a trainer now, you don't charge anything. You have to charge per content now, not to all these things. The cost of food, all those transportation, hotel, they are no more there. So there is going to be reduction in cost. A capacity building. Encourage e-learning at the grassroots. The government should encourage e-learning at the grassroots by providing the normal infrastructure on ground. Electricity is number one. Even God himself knows the importance of electricity. Genesis 1:3 says, "Let there be light." Before he even created Adam, the first human being, before he created Adam, he had light on ground. So we need to have electricity, whether we like it or not. We are now in an era whereby electricity is very important. And so there's no way we want to move forward in e-commerce or e-learning without electricity. Easy transfer of knowledge and information. If we have electricity and have all this infrastructure on ground, transfer of knowledge and information will be there. Then Nigeria will be among the world power. We need electricity. We need all these things so that because if you don't have enough information, you don't have enough knowledge, there's no way you can be a world power. If our dream is to be a world power, then this is the time we need to utilize. I rather say this COVID-19 is a blessing to Nigeria. We are all looking inwards now. We are now looking at needs, not wants. We are now looking at where we have a better competitive advantage, either as an individual or as an organization. So what are the energy roles in post-COVID-19? You have to remain visible as a learning and development practitioner. You have to make sure your voice is being heard on social media or anywhere. You have to hold meetings with your clients. You have to maintain a voice and presence in the market. You have to continue to publish content. Don't say because you are now on e-learning or e-commerce, the direction has gone. No, you have to remain focused. I'm talking to learners now. I'm talking to trainers, learning and development practitioners. Then you have to focus on the challenges of virtual work, change management of market, disruption. Offer people something useful. You have to offer people something useful now. You've got to think. You've got to be innovative. You've got to be creative so that people can still respect you as a trainer, as a practitioner. There are still old problems in so many organizations. So don't think because of COVID-19 you want to face the new problems. Think about the old problems and provide solutions to the old problems along with the new COVID-19 challenges. You have to also build future forward solutions. You must be proactive. If you are not proactive, there is no way you can get things done. You don't have to sit down there. You have to be hungry for information, be hungry for ideas, be hungry for so many things. The world is changing. It can never be the same again. So the future forward solution is very important. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, the world will not remain the same again. The situation will never go back to the status quo again. We are moving ahead and there's no going back. So we need to sit down now as an individual working for anybody, to make sure you are relevant in your organization. You must be a partner wherever you are working now. You must be visible. They must know that you are an asset, not a liability. And that is very, very important these days. Conclusion. E-commerce is a flexible solution for both business and buyer. Whether you are a buyer, whether you are a supplier, whether you are a consultant, whether you are a vendor, e-commerce is a flexible solution. There's nothing you want to do with e-commerce that will not give you a better performance or a better asset, better leverage. E-commerce is an important profit driver for business than traditional commerce. The brick and mortar days are gone. With e-commerce now, it is a profit driving tool. It is a profit driving tool, whether you like it or not. You first you are going to reduce your overhead a lot. All you need is to make sure you open shops online, as many shops as you can open, and get prepared. Have infrastructure on ground. Then it will also broaden the band. You are going to your tentacle will be spread. You are not going to be limited because you are not going to rent a house as an office, you are not going to rent a shop, you are now renting online, which is cheaper and it's also more convenient. For the comfort of your house, you can do a lot of business. A lot of business because your shops, your offices are online. So you can do a lot of businesses. Increase the reach of clients. You have a lot of clients you can reach online. Somebody may just go to anywhere, a website that is have a high traffic, and from there they can reach you. So you can be reached anyhow. Then there are marketing opportunities on the e-commerce. A lot of marketing opportunities. And it's also scalable. That is, you can go up, you can go down. You can adjust to your own strength, either through infrastructure, through market, through products, through services. It is a scalable. Organization must empower their stakeholders to remain in business. If you don't empower your stakeholders, you can never remain in business these days. When I say stakeholder, I'm talking about clients, I'm talking about vendors, I'm talking about consultants, not only your employees. You must make learning a form. Organizations should create a learning culture by listening to and addressing the needs of their stakeholders to celebrate success and learn from their failures. There is no organization that has not failed, or you have done something that is wrong, that is not okay. All you need to do, you must learn from your failures now. If you don't learn from your failures, there is no way you want to progress. You've got to learn from the failure, and you've got to have a listening ear, because people outside there will tell you what you are doing wrong, and you have to take correction from them for you to move on. Because the e-commerce, there will be a lot of people with lower overhead, and those of you with higher overhead, you have to make sure that you want to be in business, you must carry along your stakeholders. Organization must make learning enjoyable and have fun while they are learning. Whatever you want to teach people now, it must be enjoyable. It must be in form of fun. If it's not fun, they will not listen to you, because nobody wants to sit down and listen to somebody who is not making the learning enjoyable. There will be more innovation and creativity, which I have told you, a lot of creative innovation. So if you are in a business, you are doing a business now, you've got to be on your toes, because as you are doing that business, new innovation is coming out. And once those innovation is out, you will undersell you, and you will be out of business. So you must sure that your profit now must be reinvested back into the business. It is not a question of spending anyhow now. You now spend onto a depreciation asset. You look for assets that can help you, not a depreciation asset. So it is not a situation whereby you just spend money anyhow. For you to be in business, remember the case of Kodak and digital. So you don't be like Kodak. Before they know what is happening, they are already out of the market. People will continue to be creative, and there will be innovation. And for you to be on e-commerce or e-learning, you must catch up with them. You must go on collaboration. You can't do everything now. This is a world of collaboration. When you're talking about e-commerce, you must collaborate with organizations, you must collaborate with individuals. When you collaborate, you get a better out of it. There's a better out of it. And partnership. Partnership will fly a lot these days. You share your risk. This is the period you share risk. If you don't share your risk, you are going to go down. So make sure you share risk. Don't do everything by yourself. Organizations should share risk now. This is time to share risk and collaborate. Knowledge sharing is easier. When you share knowledge, it is easier and you learn a lot. I have references where I have taken all these presentations, and you see the references if you have opportunity to get this paper. Stay home, stop COVID-19, stay safe. I'm just saying you have to stay home so that you can stop COVID-19. You must stay safe. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. We are very grateful for. You can off your slide now.
Okay.
You can put down your slides.
Okay.
So now we would like to entertain contributions, questions. If anybody wants to ask questions, please just use the icon to raise up your hand so that we can take you. Anybody?
Questions?
All right, I think somebody raised his hand. Charles Adeyina. Charles Adeyina, can you speak? Charles Adeyina is raising up his hand, but probably is not. Okay, if anybody has nothing to say, I would like to just say a few things based on what Mr. Smith has said.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I want to ask how can consultants, how can they take advantage of e-commerce website if they are dealing like a consultant that is rendering service? How can they take an advantage of an e-commerce?
A consultant that is doing what?
That is rendering services like management consulting.
Okay.
Yes,
okay, let me just explain to you. We are, whether you like it or not, you must be computer literate now. You must embrace internet. So as a consultant, you need to restrain yourself in some areas. You need to sit down now. The days whereby you charge 100,000, 3 days course is gone. Organizations don't have more fund now. Government is broke. Only is in any economy. And because the government is broke, it's going to dictate the way organizations will spend money. So for you now, you have to show that you have what it takes for anything you want to do. As a management consultant selling services, you got to do more research. You have to be more creativity. You have to be more creative, and you must have innovation. Innovation is the order of the day, and creative. So you have to sit down and ask yourself, what services can I offer? What are the needs of the society? It's the needs of the society that matters to you. And then yourself needs, and then train yourself, and then
Go ahead.
so for you as a management consultant, this is the time you can make so much money, good money, if you can do research. You have to, I have been doing a lot of research, and you have to diversify. You've got to diversify. I diversify a lot, because if you can't depend on like Nigeria whereby we have oil now, no more oil. We abandon our agri, we abandon other areas. Now it's time for us to go back to those things we have abandoned. So also as a management consultant, what can you do? Look inward and look at the industry. Take an industry and service that industry, and make sure you are known in that industry, and collaborate with other colleagues, whereby if you are lacking something, you can call them and can share ideas and then offer those services. This is the period of collaboration and partnership, whether you like it or not, so that you can share your risk.
Let me add to what Mr. Smith has said. As a consultant, you are selling services. this is a time for you to be focused. You need to specialize. And then you need to brand yourself. You need to be known as an expert for this. If it is emotional intelligence, if it is strategy, if it is business continuity, if it is risk management, or if it is branding in marketing, this is the time to be specialized. And then the second thing you need to do, apart from that, branding yourself, is to also develop network. You need to belong to different domains of network. That will help you to become interconnected, where you will be able to market your brand. Is very key. Then the third is that you need to also, there are so many platforms on the internet where you can advertise yourself. A lot of internet platform, people in Nigeria. The Nigerian Seminar is there. Quite a lot of other ones as a consultant, where you can advertise your brand and advertise your service. And then you also need to have the arteries. What are the arteries? The arteries of social media. You need to have Instagram, you need to have Facebook, you should also have Twitter, so that all these combined together will be driving traffic to your site. So that's, I want to believe that you have a website, which will also help you to propagate your services. So that's what I will add to it. Thank you. Any other question? And Garba, are you raising up your hand? I've unmuted you. Can you speak? And Garba?
Yes, hi, I am here.
Okay, you can speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much for the insightful information, Mr. Tokumbo. Here's my question. Now that we have moved to a new era of technology, okay, we have to be digital, everything has to be online. How would this, my question is, how will this affect those of us that want to go into real estate investment? Something that brings in cash passively, maybe not fully involved now. How will this transitioning affect this? Because you earlier mentioned that it will affect all facets of business or commercial, which I agree with you. So I'm wondering how this is going to affect the property, apartments, etc., etc. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you one thing. You don't go into high brow real estate now.
Okay.
You got to go to low estate. Like schools will still be there, universities will still be there. If I want to go to real estate now, I would rather go into areas where you have universities and then build one bedroom, so that people can come in. If you go to VI now. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Hello? Now, if you go to VI, Ikoyi, properties are coming down seriously. And a lot of people will owe landlords. A lot of are there which you have to pay. So you have to go online marketing now, digital marketing with your real estate. That is why we are under e-commerce now. Under e-commerce, you are going to sell your property, you are going to sell your services. Because when you are under e-commerce, your overhead will be drastically reduced. People only visit online to get what you want. You are not going there to pay for paper glass. You are not going outside there to put your boss on property. You are not going there to look for people who will be running around there to take people there to look for those properties. You create an house. You need an house now. Get somebody who can get a house for you. And then you now use those houses to sell your property. and then you have to be focused. Like what kind of property am I pandemic? You don't need a big property these days anymore. Offices, people will share all apartments. Nobody will come and get 3-bedroom flat as an office these days, especially you are into service industry now, except those who are manufacturing. So, and if you are into real estate now, this is the time you have to look outside real estate and diversify, and then look for organizations who have constant clients who need your services. So you make sure you go along with them, create a rapport with them, create a partnership with them. Look, partnership is going to work for you people in real estate these days. You've got to partner with organizations. If you partner with them, you will not have the impact so much, but that will be a great impact. So, but you must make use of apps to sell your product. When I say product, I'm talking about your houses, because you are selling services. So those are the areas, and all these hotels and everything now. Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
So you just make use of apps. We don't want to get to apps. And then, like Dr. Saibi also said, whereby you enter into LinkedIn, or a WhatsApp group whereby they sell property there. You see a lot of property going on that platform. They call it Connect, Business Connect. And so you have to involve in such areas. So you see people, because it costs you nothing. All you need is just to set up a WhatsApp and belong to that group, and then your data. So that is it. So you make use of online now. This is the time you have to make use of online facilities. It's very, very key. Whether you are in any business you are now, not in real estate, it has come to stay. E-commerce has come to stay.
All right. Any other person? Any other person? Mr. Tokumbo, I think you should have mentioned the various e-commerce platform that businessmen.
I mentioned my various e-commerce platform now.
Sorry, sir. Let me finish, sir.
It was in my presentation now.
Can I finish, sir? Can I finish so that you can understand what I'm saying? There are e-commerce platforms in Nigeria that business people can advertise their product on. And that one will give them mileage. Apart from Jumia or Konga, there are almost 20 other e-commerce platforms.
Yeah.
That I just want people that are on the platform to have that understanding. Those platforms are available for you to advertise your product on. People use OLX, they use GG, they use VConnect. There are quite a lot of them. And so they need
VConnect is the most important one. VConnect is very well pronounced.
So I'm just asking you to talk on that so that they can know. There are other ones. So that if they know that, because the reason why I'm saying this is that building your own e-commerce platform from the scratch is expensive. But you can patch on the shoulder of the established platform that are on ground. Even Shopify is in Nigeria. And you can, as a consultant, you can be there. As a businessman or woman, you can be there. And it will showcase your product. Because on that platform, you will put your own link there. You put your Facebook link there. You put your Instagram link there. You put your website there so that it will come to you. So if you are not prominent on this platform, you will not be able to tap into the benefit of e-commerce in this post-COVID era. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't go into that one. You are correct. You have to go into such areas. I'll give you an example. Instagram Facebook, they go a long way. You see, I have somebody in my house. She advertises on Instagram, Facebook, all her products, and people are calling her. And I have people who have no shop, no brick and mortar. They sell online, but at the same time, they advertise online. So you have to go and search. This is an area you have to work on yourself. The area of ready-made is gone. Nigerians are lazy. They don't want to do research. Whether you like it or not, if you want to go on e-commerce or e-learning, you got to do research. Let me tell you, there's no free food anymore. You got to do research. You got to look for consultants who can be your mentor. You become a mentee and you listen to instruction, or you look for a coach. A coach will always get the best out of you. So you know where your weaknesses and your strengths. We will able to tell you this is the area you should go. So on e-commerce, you make use of coaches, you make use of mentors, all this apart from the normal e-learning area. You can imagine somebody who wants to sell online now. You've got to go to existing investors. Say, how have you been selling? How have you been performing online? He or she will be able to help you and tell you where to advertise, what to do. You can't get everything in one place, and it's a gradual system. You can't get everything one day, but the interest is also very important. If you don't have the interest, you cannot learn. You must have the interest to learn. You must have the interest. You must be hungry for knowledge. If you are not hungry for knowledge, whether you have e-commerce or not, you will not survive. So the question is, am I ready? You ask yourself, am I ready for e-commerce? If you are ready for e-commerce, then you go all out for e-commerce. If you need anything, you contact me. I won't charge you so much. But everything you pay something.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me just mention for the audience, forget Jumia and Konga. You can look at Payport. Payport also partners with local business to showcase their businesses. If you go online, payport.com, please go there. There is kara.com.ng. They also allow businesses to advertise on their platform. Then we have gg.ng. They also allow businesses to advertise there. They have a very good platform. Then there is this one, obiwenzi, obiwenzi.com. These are local.com in Nigeria, local platform, and they are also very effective. Then there's another one which you may have heard, Ajebo Market. Ajebo Market is one of the best e-commerce websites for men's fashion wares. If you are selling men's fashions, you can go there, you can advertise your brand, and it will sell very well. Then there is Selatis also available. For those who are on TCN network that are here, you can make you can ask us for a copy. We have a 40-page document on e-commerce, which we are giving out to you at a moderate cost, so that you can ask for it. Then we will send it to you once we are able to fulfill the payment obligation. So basically, anybody ask question again? And Garuba, you want to ask question?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Aguyemi?
Fajobi is my name.
Okay, Fajobi, go ahead, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Tokumbo Smith. I have learned a lot from your presentation. And thank you, Dr. Salome. Well, if you buy a car, you need fuel to take it around. So e-commerce is very good. I'm a proprietor of a school and I've learned a lot. However, I have 3 different modems from 3 different internet service providers. And that is a major problem for e-commerce. What can we do to help these internet service providers? Because when we help them and they are good, we'll be able to do well on our e-commerce platforms.
Thank you, sir. From the little I know, Mr. Tokumbo, I think broke off is coming back. From the little I know, sir, and anybody who is on the platform can either agree or not, or if you have anything that is different. I'm not really sure that we have 4G in Nigeria, because the rate at which internet is failing. We have gone outside the country where they are using 4G, and it's very good. And then my son works with one of these internet companies. And he said categorically that there is no 4G in Nigeria, that most of their base station is 3G. It is their masthead that is 4G. And it is because our country condones deception. That's why. That's the problem. So from that, I want to agree with him, because I have almost three ISP also. None of them is functioning effectively. But so we have policy leaders and makers who are compromising these people. So when my son said that thing, I want to believe it, because he works in the internet technological company. Even he's online here. So sir, it's 3G we still have, and the masthead is 4G. So if we eventually get to 5G, probably they will bring 4G that time. So that's the deception. And if our policy makers are supporting businessmen to defraud the nation for their own pocket, when are we going to come out of these challenges? That's the problem, sir. If you are around, you are hearing me, you can talk.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right.
I'm actually talking with you now from Canada.
Okay.
There's been no
sir.
break in transmission from here.
Mr. Tokumbo is already off because of internet.
Oh, is he? Is he? So if we buy a car, there must be constant supply of fuel.
Yeah, that's true.
That is our problem.
That's true.
That is our problem. So what can we do?
Well,
what can we do? Can we? Go ahead.
Mr. Faso Bajobi, on this platform, there's nothing we can do. Our problem basically is both leadership and followership challenge. Why I say leadership that does not have idea, and followership that are timid and accepting everything that leadership is pushing upon them without reacting. That's the challenge. Until we stand up and say we will not take it again, not by violence. It's just by ensuring that we know our right and make demand. But we don't do it like that here. We say God will help us. We resort everything to spirituality. Is stupidity. That's my own view.
Okay, so we continue to leave it in the hands of it's unfortunate.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sarumi.
Okay, Mr. Tokumbo, you are back. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Now let me tell you, most people make mistakes when we're talking about base. The base is 3G. You are correct. People will tell you 5G. If you go to Europe right now, the base, in fact, Finland, I think it's Finland or one country, they said they are already on 6G. They are not on 6G. I went on the internet to do research, and I discovered they are still on 4G. When you are really using 4G in the real sense of it, you must be able to use your telephone to connect to almost everything in your house, to organize, but how many people can use that telephone to really to connect to the television, the fridge, and everything? These are things that 4G can still do. The 5G will come, whether we like it or not, but the health hazard is the one that we are talking about. The health hazard, if everybody tells you there is no health hazard, it's a lie, because the radiation is so high. So until there is truthfulness and there is real research whereby 5G will be good, because it's going to do a lot of things, but then we have to consider human value. I am talking from IT background. Let me tell you one thing people don't know today. As an IT man, viruses are being created by programmers. Viruses are being created so that they can sell that antivirus product. And because if they don't create virus, how can they sell?
You are not clear. You are breaking. Your voice is breaking.
What about now?
Yes, okay now.
What I'm saying is that I am looking at it from IT as a professional. When you write a program and you create a virus, you now write an antivirus program to counter the virus. But at times, before you get the solution, it will have destroyed a lot of data, information. The question of, I am not saying it's true or wrong or correct. The question of COVID-19, whereby it's being done in one lab or anything, and the question of, I won't bring in any personality, I won't mention any name, that if anybody is in an IT and you have the mindset of controlling,
okay, you two are doing something.
if you have the mindset of controlling the world, and I have the mindset of creating a virus as an IT value, I can also think of creating a virus for human beings and then look for solutions. So the question is, where we are going now is just a question of mindset. Like you said that leadership, somebody mentioned about leadership and everything. Our mindset is destroying this country. Like Dr. Sarumi said, spirituality, everything. Some people will not work, will not do anything, and they believe they will fast and pray and everything will come together. It is wrong. We need to change our mindset if we are going to work. E-commerce, e-learning is not about spirituality. It's not about fasting and prayer. It's about action, doing the right thing.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I think we will need to close. This meeting is supposed to be for 1 hour. We have another meeting on Saturday by 12 o'clock on this same platform by the TCN. And we'll be looking at working remotely and how organization can restructure. So you may join using the same link by 12 o'clock, working remotely and restructuring your organization so that it can be effective on Saturday, the same time, 12 o'clock. We'd like to appreciate Mr. Tokumbo Smith for coming and also the audience for bearing with us. The network it's not that cooperating today, but we believe that that's what we need to adapt to in this country. And we just hope that we keep, being flexible and managing the circumstances and situations and still come out tops. We appreciate you, sir, for taking the time to bless us on this platform today. And we look forward to meet with you again. I would also like to say that come next Wednesday, we want to look at legal issue of working at home. Legal issue of working at home, the challenges for businesses, and then professionals. We are doing that also 4 o'clock on Wednesday next week. So if you can tune in, it's the same link. So we thank you very much. But I will also send the invite to Mr. Tokumbo to invite people. So we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you very much. Have a nice day and God bless you.
Same to everybody. Thank you, participants.